It was noontime in the shopping district. It was a regular weekday, but it sure was quiet. The only people wandering about were housewives and old people. I guess we did stand out in that particular crowd.
でもまあいっか。周りは周り。気にしない。ねえ兄さん、最初はどこに行こうか。
You know, I wonder how this conversation must look to the people who, actually can't see him. Yume spun around and looked at me. Hey, is it really okay to skip school?
いいの。今日はとことん遊びたい気分なんだから。兄さんって変なところで真面目だよね。
I'm just worried about you.
大丈夫だよ。私は普段は真面目だし、成績だっていいんだから。兄さんに心配してもらうことなんて何一つありません。
She tapped her chest full of confidence. I see.
だから今日は何も考えないで一日中デートしよう。
Alright. I nodded at Yume. We don't have a lot of time left, so I guess we can afford to skip school for one day and play around. Yume dropped a few coins in the shrine's offering box, closed her eyes and looked really serious. I waited for a few minutes. Finally, Yume reopened her eyes. Was it that serious a wish?
内緒。他人に話すと叶わなくなりそうだから。
Although it's pretty obvious what it must have been. Oh well, that's fine.
兄さんは何かお願いしないの？
Nah, I'm good. I'm pretty sure there's no god that could grant my wish.
そっか。じゃあ次行こっか。お正月の時と違って今は露店も何も出てないし、お参り済ませたら神社ですることないもんね。
Yeah, you're right.
はい兄さん、お待たせ。
Yume had bought a chocolate banana and came running up to me with it. Thanks, Yume. I took the chocolate banana that Yume held out to me. This one's got a pretty neat color. She had brought me up a peppermint flavored chocolate banana. You could tell it wasn't health food from the mint blue color.
自分で選んだんだから文句言わないの。
I'm not really complaining. I really don't mind the chemical taste. I took a big bite out of the chocolate banana. The sweet taste spread throughout my mouth.
おいしい。
While I was eating the chocolate banana, Yume sat next to me with a satisfied smile on her face.
チョコバナナって何回食べても飽きないよね。
True, it's good to keep a balanced diet, though. Still, it's just a regular banana with chocolate coating, right? Wonder how much these things cost. I mean, the chocolate coating can't be that expensive to put on. Come to think of it, I should be able to make these things. I could do... Oh, we're not paying 200 yen for these things.
ねえ兄さん。
Again, deja vu. Hasn't he said that exact line before? Yeah.
兄さんが食べてるペパーミントのやつも食べてみたい。
Having said that, Yume opened her mouth. Okay, here you go. I held it out to Yume and she bit off a piece.
あんまり味変わらないね。
Well, it all depends on your mood. It seemed like she was more interested in the color than the taste. Definitely deja vu, man.
私のも食べてみる？いちご味。
She then held out the pink chocolate banana. I took a bite out of hers like she did with mine. It was mostly tasted like chocolate banana. This tastes more like banana than strawberry and a bit of chocolate. I guess there's not really a lot of actual strawberry in it.
いや、雰囲気の問題だから。
We've had this exact conversation before, but I can't remember at what point in the route. But I'm pretty sure there was a similar conversation that was pretty much more or less the same. Yume said that with an honest look on her face. Then we looked at each other and laughed. It was a really relaxing date.
ほら、兄さん、こっちだよ。
I chased after Yume, who was running around in high spirits. As we reached the observation point, the sun was already starting to set. The blue sky was already starting to change color from the sunset.
楽しかったね。
With her hands on the railing, she looked out at the sea. Yeah.
学校サボってデートしてお姉ちゃんにバレたら怒られちゃうね。
Yume smiled and stuck out her tongue. That's Sotne talked about. Don't you think she already knows?
かもね。ああ、家に帰ったら怒られるのかな。
Yume stretched her body in the breeze coming off the sea.
まあ、でもしょうがないか。これだけ楽しい思い出ができたんだもん。お姉ちゃんに怒られるくらい安いもんだよね。
Her voice was so quiet. She looked straight out at the ocean. It was such a beautiful scene. I just want to look at it forever. But, well, just tell her I forced you to tag along.
そうだね。お姉ちゃん兄さんには甘々だしね。
I could feel that our time to part was coming ever closer. That dream. I wonder when I saw that. A dream that was just like this. Me and Yume went to the shrine, we had chocolate bananas in Sakura Park, and we looked at the ocean from the observation point. Oh, that's why I got deja vu. That happened in a dream, didn't it? That one time where I was like, what was the point of that dream? It didn't serve any purpose. Now it does, because it was foreshadowing. And I didn't even pick up on that. Well, nice one there. I didn't see that one coming. I suddenly saw a cloud of doubt pass over Yume's happy expression. That was Yume's dream. That was our future. And now it's our present. So that means it's going to end at some point with her at the school. I think it was the school anyway. Where she was like up against a wall looking all kind of, depressed. I wonder how long I have left in this world. It can't be long, that's for sure. I could have even sensed it. Suddenly, Yume grabbed my hand. She made a slightly awkward smile. And then...
ねえ兄さん、最後にもう一箇所だけ私に付き合って。
That was all she said as the curtain fell on our happy day. Yep, it is. The roof. The place Yume took me to was the school rooftop. And now the cycle is complete. Well, almost. The sun dyed everything red as if it was on fire. I really didn't want to think about how similar this was to that dream. Yume lightly held down her skirt, which was fluttering in the wind, and turned around. Our eyes naturally found each other. There
楽し
it
かったね、
is.
デート。
Yeah.
ほんと楽しかった。
Interruption? But I know that this CG had various different ones of it, so it was obvious we were going to get to this point again. And it kind of makes sense since it was the end of the dream where this happened, isn't it?
夢だったんだ、ずっと。兄さんと恋人同士になるの。小さい頃からの夢。
Her face dyed red by the sunset had a lonely smile on it.
でも、やっぱりそれは夢で。私はね、ずっと諦めてたの。
Her smile was so gentle and yet so lonely.
だって、私の望みは叶わないんだもん。
My chest ached from seeing that smile.
兄さんは、私のそばからいなくなっちゃうんだもん。
Hearing Yume said that, I felt so incredibly pathetic.
それが分かっていたから、私は諦めるしかなかったの。
But I couldn't do anything at all.
ずっと好きだったけど、諦めようと思ってた。
Suddenly, Yume's smile faded.
なのに、兄さんのせいだよ。ずっと気のないふりをして、自分は兄さんの妹なんだって言い聞かせて、素直になれなくて、せっかく我慢してきたのに、ずっと嘘をついてきたのに。
Yume's body was trembling slightly. I saw a small tear fall from Yume's eye.
幸せになったら後悔するって分かってたから、楽しい時間を過ごせば過ごしただけ別れが辛くなるから。そんなの痛いから。
Not being able to hold them back anymore, the tears started falling from her eyes.
痛すぎるから。だからずっと我慢してた。
That's why. She acted that way towards me. She acted like a little devil. She acted like she didn't care, but in fact, I was always on her mind. And she had always been in love with me.
でも無理だったんだよ。我慢なんてできるはずないもんね。私はこんなにも兄さんのことが好きなんだから。
Emotional words mixed with tears were uttered on that rooftop. I love you too, Yume. I really do. I want to be together with you forever, but...
楽しかったよ。短い時間だったけど、ここ数日は本当に楽しかった。
And thus the curtain fell.
夢が叶って幸せすぎて、ずっと大切にしていきたい時間をもらった。でもね、それももう終わり。夢はいつか覚めるもの。だからさよならだね、兄さん。
Yume said goodbye to me just like in that dream. In the red glare of the sunset, Yume was crying. I forced myself to smile at her. I'm not worried about me. That's what I tried to tell her with that smile. And then I couldn't move. Just like that day. Just like in that dream, I couldn't do anything but stand there. What should I say? What words would Yume like to hear me say? We were always together. We grew up as siblings. We fought and we made up. We were always joking around. And then this winter, we became lovers. She's the one for me. I love her from the bottom of my heart. She's crying right in front of me. And I can't do anything for her. I even promised her. I said I'd be there. I said I'd be by her side forever. I said we'd go to Sakura land next week. But even so, the wind was blowing. It blew straight through the space where we were standing. Yume's tears silently blew into the wind. Yume! I raised my voice. I couldn't even tell if my mouth was moving properly. I spoke, but I had no idea if my voice could reach her. I couldn't feel my body. I guess I'm at my limits. But I need to tell her those words. These words. She may forget them one day. You may even forget that I ever existed, but Yume, I love you so much. Those were my honest feelings. I want to stay with you forever. My most precious feelings. Please don't say farewell to me. Pathetic and uncool. But those are my feelings. Yume broke down in tears. She started running over to me as fast as she could. Her fingertips. She reached out to me, and just as her fingertips were about to touch me. Well, definitely. I will change the future. You know, this is classic, isn't it? Visual novels always do that. Well, a lot of things do that, even video games, films, where they just leave it till the credits, but it's not the end yet. Solo. I wonder what key this song is in. No, I don't think it'd be that. Nope.
しも私うつばさがあったなら風に乗り君の待つ場所へとたとえ二度と飛べなくなってもそれが私の全てもしも世界が今日で終わるのなら願い事空へとばらまいてこの世界中で誰よりも君が一番笑顔で会うように I wish for you I get to dream again
Well, how about that? I always do that, just like try to figure out the key and just improvise. So I'm pretty sure I think that was F sharp major or D sharp minor. One of the two, they're pretty much the same, I think, but yeah, that didn't take long to figure out. Nice. It's been 2 months since the everlasting cherry tree died. Just like, oh, we ended with that sad scene and then the credits, and now we're just like, doo-doo. I'm about to start my 3rd year at the academy.
ゆめちゃん、朝だよ。最上級生になったんだから、少しはきちんとした生活をしなくちゃダメだよ。いや、大丈夫だってば。あと5分くらい。ダメだよ。最上級生は下級生のお手本にならなきゃいけないんだから。のほほんとできた2年生の頃とは違うんだからね。はーい。
I half-heartedly replied and got out of bed. Again, like Otte's route is just like, yeah, just assume that their inner voice is male for some reason. Alright, I'll be a 3rd year student starting today. It doesn't feel all that different though.
おはよう、ゆめ。どうやらまた同じクラスになったみたいだな。
Where the hell have you been, Pillowhead?
本当ですか？また1年楽しくなりそうですね。
Seriously, you'd think like with her route, it's just like, how the heck does she get around in other routes really? It just like, seems like it'd have to be, you know, focused on the whole time, but it doesn't seem to. It's just, it confuses me honestly.
私もよろしく頼む。ええ、こちらこそよろしくお願いします。
So he's like, hey, Yoshiyuki, look after Manatsu. He's just like, well, if you don't, I suppose your sister Yume, well, she's not technically sister by blood, but essentially, whatever. She'll take care of her, essentially, instead. With the opening ceremony finally over, I hurried out of the classroom and headed out. As I arrived at the school gate, I checked to see if my most important person was there. I really like waiting for him here, though. My heart keeps racing, I'm all fidgety, and I spot the person I love among all those other people wearing the same uniform. I get really happy. Hey, sorry, did you wait long?
兄さん、さっき来たところだよ。
Again, this happens every route. It's just no explanation. I'm sure we're gonna get our freaking answers finally in Sakura's route, but with this is the most baffling thing about it. We've heard some pretty like, earth-shattering reality of the whole scenario with Yoshiyuki and Otne's route, more so than Yume's route, because it had a certain extra scene that, like, was just like, mind blown. But we still don't know how this whole thing is fixed around, you know. Really? What's wrong?
いや、男子って本校でも制服変わらないんだって思って。
Well, it's just my clothes.
なんかちょっと残念。
Too bad, you say. Would you rather I was wearing something else?
いや、別に。何を着ても兄さんは兄さんだし。
Still calling him that, though. Man, you're not being very cute. I was figured that maybe you'd say you wanted to see me in a blazer or in one of the girls' uniforms.
いや、ブレザーはともかく、女子の制服着た兄さんなんて見たくないし。
And I always wanted to try one too. What?
兄さん
Just kidding. Anyway, you feel like going somewhere?
じゃあ、あったかくなってきたし、桜公園でクレープ食べない？
Yeah, okay. Having said that, Nissan held his hand out towards me. I quietly grabbed onto it. Me on the left side, Nissan on the right side. During these calm spring days, we gently hold hands. But looking at Nissan walking next to me, I feel sad. I should be feeling happy, but for some reason I'm feeling so sad that I'm about to cry. When I opened my eyes, the sunset had dyed the room scarlet.
ここは、
Oh, was that just a dream? The classroom. I helped out with the opening ceremony preparations, and then I guess I fell asleep in the classroom while taking a break afterwards. Looking around, there wasn't anyone around. I opened my mouth and let out a sigh. Then I looked at my right hand. It was the hand I'd been holding Nissan with. But I couldn't feel any of Nissan's touch left behind, having a dream like that, where I walked hand in hand with Nissan. That's never going to happen again. I can't because my heart ached. A world without Nissan. I've already been in that world for 2 months now. But it feels like it's been forever. And time is going to keep on passing by like that until I break down completely. I wonder why I gave up. I wonder why I accepted a future where Nissan would disappear so easily. If only I had put all my strength into it. There might have been a chance to change it. There might have been a future where I could be together with Nissan.
バカだ、私。
It's too late for regrets. The future has already been decided. Nissan disappeared just like how I saw it in my dreams. Seeing a dream where I could be with Nissan like that is just too... My heart skipped a beat.
夢？
Yes, that is actually your name. That's the thing, really, isn't it? Dream in Japanese is Yume, and her name is Yume as well. So, yeah. My own voice seems so far away. The dreams I see are... I could feel the wind blowing. Wait, maybe that's it. Her dream is another premonition that he's coming back. Because it was the same case with the other one, so you never know. It was coming from the open window. And with that spring wind, a single cherry petal came dancing in. The trees are alive! Wait, if that's the case, then I suppose that's what restores is, the cherry trees being restored. But the glitch in it, I suppose, with the magic thing must have been fixed as well. Something Sakura does, obviously, must be the reason for this, but I still don't know. The school gates. That's where I always waited for Nissan. I saw someone standing there. My vision was a bit blurry, so I couldn't see who it was. I quickly got up from my seat. The corridor felt so much longer than usual. My heartbeat seemed so much more intense than usual. I ran down the stairs, skipping every other step. I'm sure One-chan would have scolded me if she'd seen it, but I didn't care about that right now. It felt like I took forever to change my shoes, but then I finally ran outside. At first, all I could see was red. The red of sunset. I don't really like the sunset. It reminds me of some painful things, such as the day I parted with Nissan. But I had a feeling that I could come to like this particular sunset. It was a gentle red slowly pouring down. I hurried over to that place, the place where our emotions could always meet. I ran. I cried tears of joy. I knew I'd look like a mess while seeing him for the first time in so long. But I didn't care. The school gates. And then I saw him, an all too familiar person waving his hand as usual. Ah, jeez. There were so many things I wanted to say to him. I wanted to ask him why he made me feel so sad. I wanted to ask him why he made me love him so much. I had so much to say, but it all just drifted away. I was so happy. There was one thing left. One thing that I wanted to say to him the most. I let my flood of emotions flow together, and put all my love into saying it.
おかえりなさい、兄さん。
Yoshiki didn't even get any lines in that ending. Yeah, happy ending. Of course, were you expecting some depressing, soul-crushing ending? Maybe in other visual novels, there are some pretty, just like, downright depressing endings in some visual novels. But in this case, thankfully, that's not the case. Honestly, I prefer a happy ending over a soul-crushingly depressing ending. You know, because after a happy ending, it's like, yeah, all wrapped up, it feels nice. But if it's a depressing ending, it's like, oh god, no, and all that. DJ! Well, let's give this one a shot. What key are you? No, definitely not. Nah, screw figuring that one out. I always do that, I just try to play Aeolian or any mode like that and just figure out where the key is from that, but screw it. So, Sakura's will be up next. I'm not going to record it right after this or anything because it's like 20 past 11 and I haven't even got to the editing and I've got to like upload and all that. Honestly, I wasn't expecting the route to be cleared up today. Like at the start of the recording, it's like, you know, I've got a bit of burnout on this, but now it's kind of like after that, it's just like, okay, it's restored, it's built up, it's just like, no, I must know! There's always that odd English word or two in the credits, isn't it? Bamboo Boy, HP Studio, Opening, Tororo, Angel Notes, Uzuka, The Beautiful Flower. Especially Time Will Shine, Alchemy Plus, If I Wish, Ruka. But that one's in Japanese, except the baby vase. Uzuka again. Little Distance, Ruka again. And Japanese characters. And of course, mail out third party content. Koboken. Ending, spring has come. Reno. You know what? That looks like an industrial building. Or maybe like an oddly shaped waffle. Lei Tomeo Koboken Hero Service W Web TTP. It looks like together, that looks like it's spelling Joe, but it obviously isn't. And then suddenly English name, Alan. Or maybe it's not a name, and it's like, I don't know. There's a random P over there. Circus Northern 2005 Circus. Well, our route was alright, I suppose. Wait! Ooh!
Capo 2.
How interesting. This happens in quite a number of visual novels I've played. Well, once you've cleared like all the routes or like an important route, the background changes. Like, remember that Katagra visual novel I was talking about in the previous recording? That pretty much happened with that. Once you unlock the true ending, the main menu background changes entirely. It becomes lighter and like more kind of, I suppose, spring looking because it's just covered in snow before that. Ooh. What's all this? Do I dare click on it?
Capo.
Okay. Is that Sakura then? Wearing a mage's hat or witch's hat? Silently, I went back to the main menu because this will be saved for next time. The moon in the sky.
Capo 2.
This should be interesting indeed. But that'll be next time. Man, it's gonna be quite a while till I get around to that with all the recordings that will inevitably be piled up from this recording session. But I am pretty curious to know what the hell is the whole, like, what Sakura's role in all of this is. I mean, it's pretty obvious, it's very important, but it's all been vague up till now, so finally get some answers! But that'll be next time. So it's not just a cliffhanger for you viewers, it's definitely a cliffhanger for me, because I'm curious to know what the hell it all means, and I still don't know. So anyways, I'll see you next time, viewers. See you next time.